portraits are very raw and they're truthful. I told people not to wear makeup, and it's like just look in the camera, and it's you know, it's just about that moment of truth with someone for 3 minutes, raw, unfiltered. You know, the idea is to show people love and admiration and honor in who they were as human beings, and that's it. That's enough. And what I did is I decided to do just a whole bunch of these portraits, and I noticed that every single time I did one of these portraits, it became so intimate about who the person was, and I was amazed at how many people I knew that intimately. And you know, I was also amazed at like what you can get out of a portrait, a video portrait, that you can't get out of a single frame portrait. What it caused me to think about was how often do we sit and look at someone, anyone, even our lovers, we don't look at for 3 minutes at a time. And the power in that and the honor that you give someone when you look at them for that long. The idea of putting words with images, I think, you know, this gets back into the commercialism aspect of the show. You know, the power of the word. You know, in metaphysics, you know, the main tenets are like the I am principle. I am fill in the blank. The fill in the blank is what we decide. You know, we decide, and the only way we live that is by, you have to state it to yourself. It has to be something you say to yourself, like, I am well. To be well, you have to start with I am. And by saying I am, you're not wishing for it, you're becoming it. You are it. So what I wanted was to create sort of, each one of these portraits is almost like I as the camera person became a mirror. And it was like the person was looking into the mirror, and then the word phrases over top were the phrases that I had found helpful for me to feel, you know, to reconnect with myself in a healthier way. So with all the flags, I've got 4 different flags. One flag is Michael, the transvestite prostitute, and I can't think of more of an individual than this friend of mine, Michael, who is this really big man. You know, he's a deaf transvestite prostitute who doesn't look at all like a woman when he's in drag, and you know, he's out there doing his thing. He usually has a dog with him, and it's just, I don't know, in a lot of ways I see it as very triumphant, and you know, that kind of person doesn't, they don't exist anymore. It's a dying breed of human being. The other one is, next to that is, it's called Autoerotic Tress, and it's Arthur Tress, who's my mentor. He's a photographer who is, well, way too underknown in the grand scheme of things. That piece was meant to be kind of to show an older person in a sexual moment in its glory and in its honor. And I thought that was, you know, and it ended up turning out, that's probably the strongest piece of all of them. You know, the media objectifies us and objectifies human beings in other places so severely that we start abandoning our better judgment and our religious upbringings, you know, and our tenets of our base spirituality, which is that we treat each other well and we treat ourselves well.